everyone. I am Ala in Iraq. Our presentation about sentiment analysis of Turkey earthquake 2023 case. Let's go to start. As the first Turkey earthquake, the most devastating earthquake in the past 20 years was February 6, 2023. The earthquake occurred in southern Turkey near the northern Syrian border. Thousands of people died and many more were left homeless. It quickly spread all over the world. About our work, sentiment analysis is a technique used to determine the emotional tone or sentiment expressed in a text. It involves analyzing the words and phrases used into text to identify the underlying sentiment and has a wide range of applications such as social media monitoring, customer feedback analysis, and market research. About sentiment analysis categories separate to three parts: positive, negative, and natural. In this paper, spirit analysis was proposed for text tweets. One type of label did not depend, as in previous work that have been done. We create three different type of labels to classify text tweet by using machine learning algorithms. Then, by using Jaccard and cosine similarity measures, the two AI label NLTK Vader and cluster are compared, which result is closer to manual labeling. About my dataset, the best social media dataset for text classification was Twitter. Our dataset consists of 28,000 tweets from Twitter API about the Turkey earthquake between February 7 till February 21. This collected dataset is available from the Google website. The data is compiled into a CSV file and imported into the Python library with a calling function and then worked on it. Sorry. About methodology, in this study, we used just 10% of the dataset, which is 2,800 tweets, and worked on text field within three sections: text preprocessing, text labeling, and text classification. As the first text preprocessing, the text of tweets which are vague data because they are normal people's speech and full string words, emoji, and hashtag, and so on. These texts need to be cleaned up and the meaningless word removed by several processes like cleaning, tokenization, stop word removal, limitization, get word. As a last step, present common word. We can get common word uh, in their tweets, use it in their tweets by users. It is Turkey, earthquake, people, help, and so on. Second part, text labeling, is the process of the identifying raw text and adding one or more meaningful labels to provide a context so that a machine learning model can be learned from it. In this work, three types of labeling were created for the text fields such as manual labeling, analyze text by a hand, model labeling, analyze text by NLTK value function that is based on lection and role. Cluster labeling is an supervised learning technique that analyzes text by using TF-IDF, term frequency inverse document frequency. K-means and elbow method was prepared in this function. In this figure, it is elbow method. K-mean K value was 4 and cluster center was it. Three-part text classification. Several algorithms have been developed to make prediction in this work. Machine learning techniques were implemented to classify text with all three levels such as logic, regression, supervector machine, SVM, k-nearest neighbor, KNN, and decision tree. Use accuracy measure to determine which model instances were correctly classified across all classes. By using stratified random sampling method, the dataset will be split in two parts, train and test. 80% for training and 20% for testing. As we say, it's comparative and result. In comparative, cluster and value labeling is compared with manual labeling according to the number of emotion and accuracy. As the first, sentiment number comparison. The distribution of sentiment levels varies across the data, indicating potential difference in the labeling criteria. In total data, cluster labeling has a highest count of positive. As we say, cluster labeling was 2,647 and it has the lowest count of negative and natural sentiment. As we see, the positive sentiment is generally higher than negative sentiment in all datasets. As the second part, model accuracy comparison. It's models and accuracy comparison. About cluster labels, the accuracy was achieved from around 96% to 98. Manual labeling about around 58 to 67%. Model labeling about 58% to 71%. The models trained on cluster labels generally exhibit higher accuracies compared to those trained on manual labels and other sentiment labels. This suggests that the clustering algorithm might have captured underlying patterns in the data more effectively. And the results, according to the Jacquard and cosine similarity and accuracy measures, the results obtained are as follows. The measures quantify the similarity between two sets of labels based on their interaction and union. A higher similarity score indicates a closer resemblance between the labels. As the first, in this case, all Jacquard similarity cross scores are 1. This means that the category name in every three labels are the same. The cosine similarity between water label and manual label was 0.97, and between cluster and manual labeling was 86, 0.86, suggesting that the first pair distribution have a stronger similarity than the second pair distribution. At the second, in this figure, it is difference between a manual label with cluster label and manual label with border label. Uh, the average difference in accuracy compared to manual labeling is approximately with cluster labeling is 33%, and about water labeling approximately is the average approximately was 33%. Since the average difference in accuracy for the water labeling approach is smaller comparison to the manual label than the cluster labeling approach. In conclusion, this paper presents a sentiment analysis conducted on Twitter data related to the Turkey earthquake 2023 by using a machine learning classification approach and Jakarta and cosine similarity measures. Water labeling was found to be more effective and appropriate for identifying the emotional tone in social media text, especially Twitter. Although the results we obtained in this study were not very high, they can be useful and improved for a quick comparison in the future. That's all. Thank you for your watching, and thank you for conference team. Goodbye.